Well, it's show and tell time again. This time I'd like to show you my Weber Smoky Mountain smoker and show you the mods that I did. First of all, let me start by saying this smoker is an out-of-the-box smoker. It works well out of the box. You don't have to do anything to it. But there are a lot of nice mods that you can do, add-ons, and I want to show you just what I did. I haven't done everything you could do, but I'll show you a few things. One of the things is I came down here and I put another thermometer in right where that bottom cooking grate is, so I can get a reading, more accurate reading on my temperature down here if I cook down there, and compared to what I have up on the top here with that thermometer. Now, inside, there's the regular cooking grate, okay? On top, right here you have your bottom one. But what I did is I added brackets right here, and you can make that whatever height you want. It bolts right onto the that bolt right there. Just real simple. And so that allowed me to come up here like this and either have a higher cooking surface closer to this one, or a third cooking surface. So for this this smoker, so you can have actually three surfaces. Another thing I did is I went from the regular water pan, which is great, but you see how deep it is, and so what I did is I ended up getting a Brinkman shallow pan. And the reason for that is that, first of all, a lot of times on some of the cooks I don't need all that much water, but the main reason I did it was if you come down here, it gave me more access to my coals down here if I wanted to add more. The other one hung down about so far, so it made it a little difficult, and so that's why I went with that. And I'll show you a couple other things I did. Remove this, and what I did instead of the regular cooking grate, which this is a remnant of, I cut most of the bars out of that, and then I went with this expanded metal 3/4 by 3/4, which allows the even smaller than that pieces to stay on top of charcoal without falling through the big holes, and that way you get a little bit more burn out of your coal. Also, I went with this aftermarket ring from Cajun Bandit. It's a larger size, larger diameter, which gives me more. So now I have more coal this way, but I could really pile them up higher for a real long burn if I wanted, long cook, and it's still away from the water pan. And so those are the mods that I've done, and well, let's cook something. One thing to mention is I do use the minion method for my cooking, with the charcoal. If you don't know what that is, you may want to go online, check it out, the minion method. And so let's cook something. Well, I'm going to do a chicken. I'm more of a beef and pork person, but these chickens that I do, I can't get enough of. I rub it down first with olive oil. Well, after I clean it and do everything and get it on the throne there, and I've got a soda can in there. You can put whatever you want. I get underneath. I cut that little connection there, and I get underneath with the olive oil all over it. I use just this Pappy's seasoning. I get it underneath, all on the breast meat, and then put the jacket back on, and then cover it all over, and then inject it with chicken bouillon, and that's it. And one thing too is when it's finished, when we serve it, I like to just take it like it is, put it on a plate, and people can carve what they want off of it. It works just great. But I'll tell you what, you try this chicken, and you'll be amazed at how good it is. And I'm going to use a combination of hickory and cherry wood. Usually I use mostly just hickory. I like that hickory flavor. Sometimes pecan wood, but I'm going to use combination apple hickory this time. So next clip here will be with it on the smoker, but I'll show you just the smoker cooking, the temperature, how it holds it, and then afterwards I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. And well, come on over for dinner afterwards, okay? When I put my charcoal in, the lit charcoal, and I get it up to cooking temperature, 225. After I put the meat in, I turned the bottom vents down to just a quarter inch or so open, and I leave the top vent all the way open for the whole time, and it usually will be around 225. Sometimes it'll jump up to around 250, but it'll stay at 225 for hours. And you don't do anything, you just come by and you smell that thing cooking, whatever it is you have in there. Well, there it is. 4 hours later, it's all done and getting ready to eat it now. One way to cook really good chicken also on the Weber gas grill is to butterfly the chicken and then prep it out the same way with olive oil. Get underneath the skin again on the breast and just use the pappies. Don't inject it. Put it in the center of the grill with the center burner off and the two outside burners on at full blast, and close the lid. Keep it closed. After a half hour, flip it over, go another half hour, and you'll be amazed at the chicken you get out of there. Anyway, I've got to go take care of business here. See you later.